What would you ask of me? What would I ask of you? Always, beloved one, when I am called forth by you, I come as your messenger. I come as the Western Union person with a little cap on the head, and I present to you the message you have asked for, the one which your heart is calling forth. What would you ask of me? Would you ask for love? Know that you are loved with an everlasting love that is beyond human comprehension. I love you as myself. Would you ask for companionship? It is yours, for indeed I am not apart from you. I walk with you on the path of remembrance. Call upon me. Would you ask for peace? Know that it is yours with a willingness to accept the simplicity of a deep breath. Breathe, beloved one, the peace that is your very nature. Would you ask for abundance of golden coin? Know that they are already yours as the child of a most rich Father. Know that always you will be provided for and clothed in beauty. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they worry. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Would you ask for health of body? Know that as you are willing to abide in the realization of the peace of the soul, the body will reflect wholeness. Choose you always to see holiness in every situation, the body will be whole. Would you ask to know who you are? Beloved child, you have set in motion the very process which will bring you to full awareness of your divine birthright from before time began. You stand upon the threshold of entering into full awareness of all that means. Would you ask for power? It is yours as the child that you are, not the power of the world, for that changes with a whim, but the power of your beingness, which is eternal and beyond the estimation of the world. Would you ask for unlimited understanding? Indeed, beloved one, I would push all limits until you know that you are limitless. You have chosen this point of focus, known as this lifetime, because it has many mirrors for you which will show you your feeling of limitation. Not all points of focus, known as dimensions of reality with a small r, show you as many mirrors of limitation. There are other dimensions where you know unlimitedness. You are here in this point of focus so that you can allow the limits to be known intimately and released as you return home once again. How would I ask of you? I would ask you to live your vision. I would ask you to push through the limitations and boundaries to experiences you have, the challenges, and then to say, but there is more. I know that there is more. And to live courageously from the heart. That is what I ask of you. To live the Christ life, to allow yourself to live with hope, to remember joy, to lay claim that all that the Father is, to live as unconditional love. For long enough has there been judgment upon this plane of self and others, come forth from the soil of separation. For long enough has there been a belief in separation which would say, I am separate from my brother and sister. I am separate from my creations. And, most of all, I am separate from myself, the true self. That is where all judgment arises. Long enough have you felt separation, long enough have you felt judgment, long enough have you felt sorrowful and unloved. Abide with me now in the knowing that the veil is lifting, and you will know, absolutely know, that love that you desire. Speak with me now the words of your true self, the self that knows. There is no gulf of separation. I am not separate from one that I see as Jeshua ben Joseph. I am not separate from one that I would see as the brother and sister, and I am not separate from my Father, who sees me as his perfect child. What would I ask of you? I would ask you to know your perfection. I would ask you to know yourself as I know you. Many have asked of me, if I am already perfect, why do I not remember it now? Because you have chosen to know an aspect that still holds what you remember outside of a linear time process, and to say, that will come to me, for that is what you feel. It is something that you remember deep within, and it will come to be manifest. You will claim it, but you yet believe that there is a process, something between here and there that will be traversed in time, and that the remembrance will happen. You have desired to know process intimately, As the master that you are, you have thought, I want to know process from the inside out. I want to be able to experience linear process to the point where I know my wholeness through it. It is much the same as when you would sit at a table and you would eat a certain dish, perhaps the chocolate pudding. And you will eat and you will eat and you will eat of the chocolate pudding and say, bring me another, bring me another. And you eat of the chocolate pudding until you come to a place where you say, I know chocolate pudding intimately. I know what it tastes like. I know what it feels like. I know the texture of it. I know how it feels even to put the fingers into it and to squish it around. I know everything there is about chocolate pudding. I have been inside the chocolate pudding. I have been outside the chocolate pudding. I have been the chocolate pudding. I know chocolate pudding. I am complete with chocolate pudding. That is what you are doing with the belief in process. You are saying that I will experience process until I am complete with it. And there is not judgment in that, for it brings you, beloved one, to the place of claiming your wholeness, to the place of saying, yes, I know chocolate pudding very well. I have been the chocolate pudding. And then you go on to something else. You abide with the belief until you know it intimately, until you are complete with it. And even now, as we speak of a belief in process, a belief in time, you are experiencing, because of your almost completeness with the process of time, an acceleration where you know time to be yet a process. But it is not the fixed process that you and the brothers and sisters have accepted as being truth for so long. You are now seeing that time is very much relative. There is a momentum which is growing because you are saying, I know the process of time. And you are bringing your unlimitedness, your timelessness, into the belief in process. For example, there are ones of your brothers and sisters, the athletes, who change their vision so that a fastball can appear to be at a slower rate. Because you are not separate from your creation, the athlete can look upon the ball and allow his consciousness to raise to the speed of the ball, which is what happens then the speed of the ball seemingly slows down. As one would look upon an object from the perspective of separation, there can be all kinds of random activity. But when one claims one's totality, non-separation, and looks upon the object in oneness, the activity that proceeds from that perspective is seen to be whole. The truth of your being is diametrically opposed to the voice of the world. In other words, what appears to be is only part of the whole. Allow yourself to abide with the appearance and to say, what is the opposite of this? How can I see this anew? What is the totality of this? And that will give you a new perspective. You are very much as what you would see as a bulldozer, pushing out the limiting boundaries of what you have thought yourself to be. You are dozing your way through the limitations, and I do not mean sleeping. Beloved one, what would I ask of you? I would ask for the allowance of the expansion of the heart. I would ask you to live your vision, to say, I have a vision of beauty, ideal beauty as I know in my heart, and I would see a world of beauty. Now, to manifest a world of beauty, you will have to give up judgment. You cannot have both fault-finding and unconditional appreciation abiding together. For as you abide in judgment, you feel the constriction of the box that judgment brings with it, and you do not see beauty. But as you release the need for judgment, you will behold all and call it good. You have a statement in your scripture that says, God looked upon all creation and called it good. Who is this God? It is you. Look upon all of your creations and call them good. See the beauty in them. And then the child comes forth, the innocent child who abides in the kingdom of the Father. Beloved one, I would ask you to live as the Christ that you are, to live as the Master that you are. Does this mean that you must be purified and cleansed? Does it mean that you must prove yourself by earning a degree from your university? No. You already have your master degree. You already have a master of manifestation, a master of process. You may put that behind your name, MM or MP. You are already the master. That is why you can be with the point of focus right here. It is not that you have been cast out from the company of Christhood because you are somehow deficient and you must go through all the grades again, or that you must go through punishment. You have chosen, as the Grand Master that you are, to put your focus of attention upon this day and time, to experience the boundaries and then to allow the boundaries to be dissolved, to know your unlimited totality. And you go about it step by step with the belief in process, claiming one aspect, then another aspect of yourself, bringing them all into integration, until you remember the whole of yourself, knowing not separation from any of the aspects. Beloved one, you never look upon a separate being or a stranger. You look upon an aspect of your total self. So when one comes up to you, you may say in your heart to that one, "What part of me are you? Show me. Show me another part of me," and they will. There will be ones who will come and push the buttons, and they will do it over and over and over again until you come to the place where you say, "I love that part of me that is calling out for love and understanding. I don't have to get in there and fix it. I don't have to get into me and fix me. It is okay if that part does what it does." For as you see a tapestry, there are many colors of threads in the tapestry, and if you take one thread by itself, it may be of a color that you would judge to be drab, and you say, "That is not a color I want in my tapestry." Or there may be another thread of a color that you say, "Oh, I never have liked that color." But yet when it is woven into the whole tapestry, the thread that is seen as drab gives the contrast that allows the brighter colors to shine. The color that you have looked upon and you have said, "I do not like that color. I have never liked that color." When it is woven into the beautiful tapestry, it becomes the part that allows a richness to the other colors. That is what the threads of what you are encountering are doing for you. They are allowing your color to come alive, and you agree, "Yes, Jeshua, it sure did come alive. There was a lot of feeling in that encounter relationship," and that is true. What would I ask of you? I would ask you to live your mastery and to call forth the other masters who are not separate from you. I ask you to claim their wisdom, to claim their unlimited knowledge. Do not see them as above you, somehow better than you. For where does the unlimited knowledge that you ascribe to come from? It comes from you as the totality that you are. You are the master who has been willing to know specific points of focus right here and to be as a channel, as a funnel which allows the expanded mind to experience his point of focus. I would ask you to live your joy beautifully in simplicity, to find a joy in living and exuberance, to go out into what is known as the beauty of nature and to call unto the leaf at the top of the tree, or the small bird resting in the tree. I am you. To call with all your voice, allow yourself the mastery of exuberance. What would I ask of you? I would ask you to live each moment in great joy, to live your divine birthright, to push out the boundaries which you have accepted as real for so long. You will find that the boundaries are very much as the cobweb, seemingly very strong, yet yielding to the touch, and then they are nothing. Beloved one, what would you ask of me? Would you ask for love, companionship, remembrance of the one holy child? These are yours already. Would you ask for health, power, golden coins? These are but the natural effects of your creativity as a child of the Creator. Would you ask for peace? You are the peace that you seek. You are the heart of peace. As you abide in silence, aware only of the simplicity of love, you know the deep peace of your Father. And in that peace, which passes the understanding of the world, you remember once again that you are all that you would ask for. What would I ask of you? Exactly what you have asked of me. To live your Christhood. For you are the Christ that I am. Everything that has been ascribed unto me is you as well. For where do these qualities come from? They come from you. From the totality of the one mind that knows, I am all, I am unlimited, I am love forever ongoing. That is who you are. Live your Christhood. Live it in great joy. Live it with the life of the one that we are. That is what I ask of you.